Hello again from Central Virginia. It is the beginning of March, and I just want to take a look at what's happening in the garden. We have had a boatload of rain. It's been really quite a lot. Last night and this morning we got another 1.5 inches, and so things are a bit soggy, but I do want to take a look and just sort of document where we're at now that it's the beginning of March in my lower garden. And here in the perimeter beds, I have some echinacea coming up, and I have some black-eyed Susans coming up, as well as you can see, this is the these are Egyptian walking onions that I did a video on last fall, but they're popping up now, and hopefully my goal is to have this whole patch here be along the perimeter fence here be onions, hopefully to keep the critters out. Now, I always like to come out at least once a week and pick any little encroaching weeds that might be coming in, and there are always some, even in a no-dig garden, you're going to get some encroachers, especially on the perimeter. But if you stay on top of it, you can get them pretty easily. I don't have as much weeding to do as I would have if I didn't have a good mulch on here. Hello, little onions. Popping up and saying hello. I'm just walking on the perimeter here, and I've got a few little things happening. You can see some sprouts of yarrow. This is a foxglove coming up here. And yeah, I kind of just left the seeds. I pulled everything but left them in this bed here just to serve as sort of a mulch. And you can see here that we've got some lemon balm that's starting to appear here. I love the smell of that. And here are some foxglove crowns, and this is some Mexican tarragon that is starting to root out. Now this is crabgrass, so goodbye crabgrass. We do not want you in my garden. This is the Ruth Stout bed, and you can see that it has composted down quite a lot. It was about 2 feet high when I started it in the fall. I'll be putting potatoes in there soon enough. Oh, hello. And here's some more Egyptian walking onions poking up here. And here's some garlic, doing pretty well. Oh, and look, this is oregano that I transplanted just a sprig last year, but there's also some grass growing here. I want to get that out. I'll have to come in with a tool to dig that out because it's in there pretty tough, and I want to get it out. It'll be nice to have a nice oregano sprout. Here's some more Egyptian walking onions. And the garlics are doing pretty well. They came up before, most of them before the new year, and they take a little bit of a hit in the winter time. That's why you can see some yellowing on those guys up there, but they are regrowing and they'll be very robust. The back row is Northern White, that's a hardneck, and Music is another hardneck, and Lort's Italian is a softneck garlic. Just as an experiment, I tucked a couple of garlic cloves in here in the fall in this pathway, and they're growing. So maybe next year I'll plant a whole row of garlic down the side. I did a video on why you should not fear little mushrooms popping up in your mulch. Here are a couple of hay bales that will be waiting to be used as mulch. Ruth Stout likes to use rotting hay, and that's what I've got. One of my next tasks is to prune back these rose bushes. And this spring I will be planting finishing up the rose alley here. Oh goodness, these are sprouting. It's definitely time to prune them back. All right, into the garden gate we go. And you see I still have a few other things to do. I need to trim back this hyssop plant. The collards wintered over and I've been eating them. They've actually flowered, but then there's some new stuff coming out. So I'm just going to keep eating it, and then I'll eventually pull these plants. Yeah, the tender leaves are delicious. And here's a kale plant that overwintered. I've been eating on that. Those little flowers on the collards will be a nice fodder for foraging insects. All right, under this white thing, I planted some beets just to see whether I could get them to germinate, create a little solar effect there. And this, I'm really pleased to say, is chamomile that's coming up. I had planted a very small little chamomile here last year. It didn't do anything last year, but look how it spread and how I'm going to get some gorgeous chamomile, as well as some weeds there. That's some grass. Might as well get it out now while it's young. It's easier. The few minutes you spend doing this at this point saves you hours later. The only thing going on down here in this area is a little bit of parsley that wintered over, and that'll take off soon. I've got to come in and trim out that lemon balm back. Oh dear, it got zapped. I did plant this little parsley out, but I guess it was just too cold for it. Over here, wow, look at this. This is arugula that wintered over. Look at the color. And this is some winter choy that I sowed. I'm going to need to thin that out soon. And these little guys are some tatsoi. Let's see if they grow. Now, where you see the bare earth there, I planted some purple top turnips there a couple of days ago, so they will, hopefully they'll sprout. And I have transplanted lettuce starts here. And here's some wintered over lettuce here, and a bit of spinach coming up in the center. Some wintered over and some spring planted, winter planted. Spinach, anyone? This is overwintered spinach that's starting to really grow again. I've been eating on this. It is so good. So we have a few things going on if you look closely. And lots more will be happening soon, so come back soon. So thank you so much for watching today. If you love to garden and you like to cook what you grow, this channel might be for you, so join me. I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.